Hey Dreamers, this is Jade and I'm very excited because my Hobonichi order for 2026 has finally arrived. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did not realize that I ordered enough to fit into the bigger box, but here we are. So I'm just going to get this open and get everything taken out, and we'll go through everything that I picked up. Here is the regular box that you get. Okay, so now that everything's out of the big box, let's get this little box open and get everything sorted. I kind of like the ease of how the boxes are this year. And here you have the fireside chat quote. And it says, "What kind of person do you like? Do you want to be like them? I think you are like that, even if it's just a little bit. Safety matches fireside chat." So, let's get this open. Very excited. So I personally just decided to wait for the One Piece stuff because that's pretty much all I wanted. Really kind of pissed off about the whole duties and tariffs and stuff that was tacked on. I know that's not Japan's fault. It's due to the dumb shit going on in our administration. So, yeah. Anyway, here is everything that I got, and we'll get into it. We'll get to opening everything and get into everything that I picked up. Okay, I kind of sorted them into two piles. Here looks like the accessories and stuff like that, and here are my notebooks and planners and stuff and covers. So we'll go through this last and get to the accessories and stuff first. They did send these two little flyers about the Hobonichi Techo app, in case anybody was interested in it. It does look like you have to pay for something. It says a free trial ticket. This does not look like anything that I'm interested in, but I did want to show you all. So if anybody wants the information, there you go. Now let's get into it. Very excited. I was really going back and forth on whether I was going to order this year or not, but I saw the One Piece stuff. Well, I knew I was going to order the One Piece stuff. I mean, whether I was going to order directly from the the Hobonichi site, because of the tariffs and whatnot. But I saw the One Piece stuff and I was like, I'm getting it. And I guess I'll just go through the site. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully, I'm hoping by the time next year rolls around, this whole tariffs crap will be rolled back and I'll get a refund. So it does come with the little robot Shemangis. It looks like I ended up with 3 because of what I got. I probably won't keep all of these. I may give away a couple. So we'll see about that. We'll see how that goes. And then I got this. Always look forward to these little things. And I need to get the ones that I don't have. And these are the One Piece square papers to write little notes and stuff on. And I could definitely use this like in my One Piece media journal or other places in my regular journals when I'm journaling about One Piece, because I freaking love One Piece. And it's pretty much my personality now. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, here is the little papers. And here's what they look like on the back here. Oh, they got some good ones. So I'm going to go through them. And first we have Sniper King here, or Soldier King, and it alternates, it looks like, of the 4 different designs. And then we have, oh, I forget his name, but he was stuck in a treasure box. What was his name? I can't remember. And then we have Perona. I love Perona. And then Dark King Rayleigh. He's also one of my favorites. And then I do believe it starts. Oh, we have another one. And this one is Puddin'. She is a hoot. A little bipolar. So it looks like there's more than 4. There's 6. I don't know why I thought it was 4. Oh, and then we got Kaido. He's a beast, literally. And then, of course, we have the straw hats. And it looks like they are in the Alabasta arc here. And I believe that's when it starts repeating. Yeah. So, yeah. So cute. Love that. Love all of those images. Let's get into this. I did reorder some, what do you call them? The pads. What are the pencil? The pencil things. Just because I got a few weeks or whatever. So I did order a few more of the pencil board shemangis just to go with those particular weeks. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get into this. And then I ordered also some more of these page markers. No, they're called something else at the moment. It's not coming to me what it's called. But basically I use them to, hold on, let me see if I got, so like in my One Piece media journal, to basically hold it together. And so I just stick it in the back pocket there. And it'll hold my place. And it'll even hold it like if you are needing to hold a place open in your thing, in your notebook. And you can just keep it there. But yeah, I use it basically to hold this thing because it's getting a little thick. So yeah. But that's basically what those are. I got a couple more of those. So, and then as I said, I got a couple more of the pencil boards for the week sizes. And current location. I'm trying to figure out what the location is based on what I'm seeing here. And this looks like it is Whole Cake Island. It's either Thriller Bark or Whole Cake Island. I think it's Thriller Bark. Yeah, it's Thriller Bark. And this one is maybe the same. I don't know. Nope, this is Alabasta. So yeah. Anyway, I won't pop these open because I have shown them before in the previous unboxing. Both of those. And then I got the new it's like little papers. You can write notes and stuff on them, but they're like comic strips. But they're like little sticky notepads. I think they're sticky notepads. So let's get them open and see. Yeah, they're stickies. So here are the different designs on them, and I thought they were cute. Again, we got the guy in the treasure box. God, what is his name? It's like very early on in the series. That's why probably I'm not remembering. And then we have Zeph, love him, and Whitebeard, and Dark King Rayleigh, and then we have Garp, which is Luffy's, I'm not going to say. So yeah, in case anybody's watching, I don't want to spoil anything. Alright. And then, of course, I got the covers for a lot of the things that I picked up. So yeah, here are the covers for my A6 cover that I got. And I got another one. I think I got another one because I wasn't sure if that one would fit in the cover or not. But no. I already have an extra one from like a previous order. So I got this one, and then if my other one will fit in one, I have that extra one. So yeah. And then this is the one for the Hon that I got. And then about three, I got 3 different weeks. So got 3 of those. Because I like to use the cover on cover because they can get nasty after a while. So let's get this all cleared out. And then we will start on my covers and my journals and stuff. Okay, I am super excited for all of this stuff here. I cannot wait to use them next year. Some of them, I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to use them for yet, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'm pulling this stuff out. So here's one of my weeks that I picked up. And then I picked up the One Piece Hon because I'll explain about the background. And then it came with 3 of these pens. We'll get into that as well, because to me they look like pens from a previous year. But then, like, when you get them up close to each other, they look this. You can tell the differences. So, but just like on the website, I was like, these look very, very similar to another year's. And then here are a couple more of the weeks that I picked up, and more of the pens. So, all right, let's get into it. So I got 2 of these. Of the weeks, and these will continue as far as what I've been using it for. So like this one, I've been using it as my One Piece media journal, and as you can see, I have a lot more to catch up on. I have a lot to catch up on, and so this definitely will not last for the amount of content that One Piece has. This will definitely not last. I'll be able to finish that, but I'm definitely gonna need to go into a new book to continue the story. And so I picked up 2 of these. One of these is Japanese, the Japanese weeks, and so it's in, it's in God, can I tell? It's in Japanese. I'm not gonna open that one because I just basically bought this for like collector's purposes. Now this one, it is the English weeks, and this is what I'll be continuing on with. And so we'll get this open, and I'll go through it. So cute. I just love this cover. I love the bright red because it's so Luffy coated. Okay, so got interrupted, but let's go ahead and get into this. So this is what the book looks like, and here's what it looks like on the back. So we have Luffy's iconic straw hat. Love it. And it says One Piece. They call him Straw Hat Luffy, and that's typically what the thing says on the edge of these One Piece weeks here. So going inside, of course, you have the life book that it comes with. So we'll go through this real quick. And it has the thing with the little robot. More information about the app. And then if you pull this out, it has the different kind of techos and stuff, and how you can use it and whatnot. And then it has some kind of game in here. Dot, the picture, and some other stuff that I probably won't ever do. So yeah, anyway, that's what it looks like. And I'll give you this, what it looks like here. So that is the little thing that comes with it this year, the pamphlet or whatever. So open it up, you have beginning, you have Hobonichi Techo 2026 weeks, and then of course you have the calendars. This is 2026 and this is 2025 and 2027, like an overview of the calendar. And then you have this stuff here. I never know what to use this for. I've never used it. Maybe one day I'll figure it out and be able to use it for something, but so far I have never used these. And then you come in here, and then you have the calendars for the month, and this is typically where I will decorate with whatever Straw Hat is birthday is that month. I would typically decorate with their pictures. However, if it's a Straw Hat that, there are some months that Straw Hats don't have birthdays, but then there's some Straw Hats that have birthdays in the same month. So I'll use one from the same month to decorate the months that have no birthdays. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I will do here. And so this goes through, let's see, February of March of the next year. And I do believe that's when Japan starts their schooling or whatever. So it starts in December. If you want to go ahead and jump right in, you can jump in December, and then I probably won't be getting into mine until January because I like to have a complete book if I can. So I will use my other one completely until I start here. And so here you have January, of course. So these are the weeklies, and you have a blank page on this side to do whatever. This is typically where I go in and do my media journaling of what I watched that day, and then extra on this side. So, and then at the back, let's see, it's November. here is where the notes start, and useful abbreviations over here, and you got the page subject, so if you want to number it and stuff to figure out where stuff is or what it is numbered here, you can have, it's kind of like an index, I guess. And these are the blank pages in the back here. And as you can see, how many pages do you get? There are, so you got 75 blank pages in the back here. Then of course you have the using things around you to measure size. This is typical. And then you have your favorites for whatever, movies, TV, podcasts, etc., any kind of media, or if you want to do any other kind of favorite, I'm sure you can put it here. And then your top 100 for the month for whatever it is you want to use it for. I have yet to use these, I think, but maybe I'll figure something out. I don't know. This is new. This says Memories 2026. Note, write down your experiences as they happen over the year. It'll be a fun way to look back and remember. And it says write a list or draw pictures. It is up to you. So that's cute. That's new. And it says great food. It has what the list for: great food, new friends, fun times, and then you can add your own category here. That's cute. Okay, here it says 12 switches to help you focus. And so this just kind of goes through a list for focusing. So like breathe slowly and deeply, look at a cute picture, chew gum, smell coffee, etc., etc. Keep a journal of your thoughts and feelings. So they have a couple new things in the back here. And then 365 days checkoff sheet. And then like a small section for addresses and numbers and stuff like that. And then of course the back, then you have, I guess, the batch number. And then of course it comes with the pocket here. And I typically put my, since I have a case over it, I typically put my pocket in the front here. And then of course you get, with the One Piece stuff, a beaver card. I love these so much. This one feels a little thinner than they have been in the past. I can tell this difference or whatever. So I'll probably end up decorating a few things with these, because I'll have a beaver card in every One Piece themed notebook that I picked up. So that is it for that one. And I'm pretty sure the Japanese version looks pretty much the exact same. It's just everything is in Japanese. And then also the other weeks that I picked up, it is a One Piece themed weeks, and I don't think anything is different as far as the content on the inside, just the cover is different. So, and this is the one that I picked up, and I will open it up just to show you what it looks like. And I got these, and plus the Han version, just because it is a scene. Oh, it comes with these little plastic things. It is a scene in One Piece with these, it's a cherry blossom scene thing, guys, and it comes from the Drum Island arc, which is a very special arc for me, because they pick up one of their crew members there that is one of my absolute favorites, and the whole cherry blossom thing is very, very important to him in his backstory. And I first of all, I love gray, and pink and gray has always been a fantastic combination. And then with the cherry blossoms and the flag for Dr. Hero. Oh my god, I just love this. This is so cute. So I did pick that up. As I said, the contents in the back are the same, or you know, throughout the book. And then another beaver card in the pocket. So yeah, putting that back. And it looks like this one comes with these little plastic things. I guess I didn't think about that. I could use that for a pencil board. And so I have an idea of how I want to use this one. So I know I'm using that one for my media journal. And this one I picked up, and I was like, I really don't know how to use it or how I want to use it. But I have been doing something different lately in my, through the Purple Night Weeks that I picked up last year. God, can I get this in here? Okay. All right. So here, this has went through, is morphed into very different things. I started out in the beginning of the year trying to keep track of my physical therapy, how it's going, blah blah blah. And then once that was done, I decided I was going to try to use it for a reading journal. I quickly scrapped that idea and was like, that's not going to work for me. And then I was put on a new medication, and I was trying to keep track of that. It's a lot of iterations going on. But then lately, what I've been doing is just because of the way I've been doing my mini bullet journal, I haven't really been keeping great track of like what I'm watching at night and stuff I'm doing. So what I've been doing lately, and this was also inspired by LLM, but I was like, this makes sense because I need a little log of this. But basically what I've been doing is just writing down whatever it is that I'm reading for the day, the pages that I ended up reading for that day. So like this was 290, this was funny story, and I got read from page 294 through 384 and finished it. Supernatural, I started re-binging that, and I watched episodes 1 through 3, and then I was listening to Ed Sheeran's new album Play, and then like so on and so forth. So then some things I have in there where I was playing Breath of the Wild that night, and etc etc. So this is just keeping track of what I'm doing as far as my reading, what I'm watching that night, etc etc, so I can keep up with it to, you know, journal with it. So that's probably what I'm gonna do with this week's here. Just continue that, and if it morphs, it morphs. But for now, that's my idea for this. And then I got me the Hon again. Same reason I picked this up, because of the fabric and what it represents, and I just love Chopper's story. Okay, and I just love Chopper. He's my favorite, one of my favorites. So yeah, and I just love this packaging here. I know you're getting the glare. Let me just take this out. So I did get the Hon, and this year, of course, with everything ordering from the website, you had to, if you wanted a cover, you had to get a, what do you call it, a planner with it, because I had no intentions of getting 2 of the planners, and I ended up getting 2 of the planners, and I was just going to get the planner and a Hon. I have scrapped the idea of I won't be doing the photo a day anymore. Actually, let me amend that. If I do the photo a day, it'll just be to put it in the calendars for the month, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I open this up. But other than that, I won't be doing a full notebook of it, so I won't be using the Hon for that. However, I did get another idea from somebody else that I was watching, so we'll get to that. Anyway, love this One Piece packaging here. I will keep that. This will go in my journal, of course. I'm actually going to keep it on this for now. And this is what the Hon looks like on the inside. So we get the Hobonichi Techo, and it basically looks like the Hobonichi A6 planner, just with the hardback cover. And it's just, oh my god, I didn't think I'd like this fabric, but I got one last year and I actually really ended up loving it. And so yeah, and this, the cherry blossom, I just can't even get into how much I love that story and what it represents. So yeah, here's 2026 again with this stuff that I have no clue what to do with. Trackers maybe. And then we get into our calendars for the month. So this is what I'm saying. If I do a photo a day, I will keep track of them just in here, and I'll just print them down to the size that the calendar things are and do them that way. And then that way, if I'm missing a day, I can just go in and put like a One Piece sticker or anything, like a little decoration or something to fill in the space. And we'll see how well I'm able to keep up with that, instead of you know, having to do a whole spread for that one day, because I have actually abandoned the one that I was doing, and I'll tell you why once I do my quarter 3 wrap up or whatever. So that's basically what I'll be doing here, and these are all of the months, January, and let's see what it goes through. I think it's March, yeah, March again of the next year. So, and then we have this turning the page to a new year, so you can just kind of do whatever, maybe a vision board or whatever here. And then this, oh my god, this scene makes me cry every time, so I'm gonna try to hold it in, rein it in here. And so you can just get this opening here, and of course your first day. So what I'm gonna do with this Hon, what I plan on doing with this Hon is I previously was doing like morning pages and stuff, and I stopped doing that for a while. But I'm thinking I may try to pick it back up, but I can just, instead of trying to get through 3 pages a day. I'm just gonna limit myself to 1 page. So, and I have the pages here, they're all here. So I'll fill this page up, fill that page up, fill that page up, and this, you know, I have a page for every day. That way I'm not trying to having to fill up 3 days, and then I kind of get back into the practice and get the benefits of it, but I'm not, you know, it's not taking me forever to get through it. So that's basically what I plan on doing with my Hon this year. And I just love all of the illustrations and stuff. It's so, and of course you got the page markers, ribbons. This is Luffy and Ace, so cute. And let's see what they have going on in the back of the Hon. And see if it's any different from, of course it's going to be different because this is a One Piece version too. So, alright. So you got a few note pages back here. It's not a lot though. And then turn the page and you have this. This is Zoro. I do believe this is the Dressrosa arc because of what he has on. So it looks like more note pages. So this is just with the note page. And then we have Sanji and Chopper. And this is definitely the Water 7 arc. Love it, love it, love it. And so here, this of course is all in Japanese. So I definitely need my Google Translate if I want to see what it is. And then you have more illustrations of everything that's going on here. And I don't think this comes in the English version. So I would definitely need Google Translate. And there's some of the other characters throughout, like side characters that are kind of important throughout the story. I love Beppo, Carrot, Karu, Shushu. Just so good. And then the wanted posters. And maybe back here, maybe I'll do like a photo a month, like a photo of me a month back here. So, and see how that goes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And this says a timetable. Don't really know what that's about. And then, of course, your favorites. And perhaps I can do my favorite moments in One Piece or something. I don't know. And then my 100. These are so cute. I just love the illustrations. Y'all don't understand how I love this story. So, yeah. And then gifts. So, if you want to make a list of gifts that you want to get for people, you can do that. Not exactly sure what this is. Maybe the Chinese years or something. And then, of course, addresses, personal notes. And that's it. And here's the batch number and everything. And then, of course, you got the Viva card. And this Shamangi again. And, of course, the Hons usually come with their own pencil boards, which is the little plastic things. And I'm not going to open this right now. So, yeah, that's what the Hon looks like in A6 size anyway. And I will put this here. Alright, now let's get into the covers that I'm very excited about. And this is why, again, you had to, if you wanted a cover, you had to buy the planner. I was not intending on buying 2 of these, but I actually had to get 2 of them. So I did. Sorry for all that plastic stuff. If you are not a fan of the noise, but it is what it is here. So let's see. Oh, and this has more plastic. So this cover is so cute. I had to have it. It's A6. You guys know I'm an A6 girl. I prefer A6. I do like some other sizes, but they tend to be to range on the smaller sizes, like Pocket. I think B6 Slim. I like personal size. It's also kind of tiny. So we have this cover. And then, of course, you have the Viva card in here. It matches here. And it has this embossing here. Love that. That's cute. And this is just a folio. And it has a little pin loop here. And then here's what the front looks like. And it says, and that's all at the end of my dream. And this is just when Luffy is sharing his dream with his crew. And you don't get to see what the Jream is. And I wonder when you do get to see what he actually says. I haven't gotten to that part yet, so we'll see. And here's what it looks like. And so, of course, like I said, I had to get this planner, which is basically, this is basically what the Hon looks like on the inside. It looks like what the Hon does. So I'm gonna get this up and then come back. There, so I'm able to preserve the packaging here in case I want to repurpose it or use it. And again, you have the thing here, and then I'll just, oh my god, look at this, so cute. I just love Luffy, and then you have again his iconic straw hat on the back there. Just so cute. And of course, like I said, it looks pretty much like you saw the Hon looks. I don't think there's any difference. Let me look in the back just to make sure. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Same stuff. So I just wanted you all to see that. So this is the planner. And let's see how it fits in this little A6 folio. There we go. And that's cute. It's kind of perfect. And I haven't decided which cover I just want to use for my main thing. So what I plan on using one of these for, and I'm not sure about the next one, is to do my scripting like I've been doing for the last couple years. So that's what I'll script in every day. I need to work on that again too. So yeah, so this is what the cover looks like. So cute. I love this yellow stripe because it kind of gives Luffy and his colors like red, gold, and white and black. Anyway, so that's what that looks like. And then lastly, this is the cover. I love both of these covers. I had to have them. Okay. As a One Piece super fan, I was like, I'm not leaving this. So this is why I ended up with two of these. So accessory. Here is what the thing looks like. Let's get this open. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my god, look how cute that is. First, you have Luffy here. I love this black, this red stitching. It's just so Luffy coated. Straw hat. He's whooping somebody's ass here, breaking rocks or something. I can't tell exactly where this is from. And then it says One Piece, they call him Straw Hat Luffy. And then here's the back. And of course, you have this here in the back, and it has this on the inside. Not sure what it says because it's in Japanese, but yeah. And so let's look at the inside. Oh, this has, oh, that's so cool. Okay, first of all, I don't even know where to start. Let me pull these out. So you have the life book here. It tells you about that. Of course, you have another beaver card in the pocket. And I typically just leave that there. One Piece magazine collaboration. And then you have these. Okay, let me get these open. Actually, I think I'm going to leave them for now. But as you can see, this is what the tips of them look like. It's kind of a triangular one here and a rectangular one here. And then you have this embossing on the pockets here. And then let's just take this crap out. Let's see, yeah, there's more here, and then here, and then here. So let's take this off too, because this looks like protection cover paper or whatever. Feels like vellum. And y'all, look at this. Look at this. This is Luffy's iconic "I'm gonna beat your ass" pose. This is Gear 2, when he's going to Gear 2. Oh my God, look at that. And then it's stitched all the way in there. Can you see that? Look how cool this is. Oh my God. I just can't. I can't. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there's anything here. No, it's just regular here on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to open this as well and get this in here. Alrighty. And let's pull the stuff out. Same Jream, same design. Again, like I said, it's the exact same. And we shall get this into here so we can see how it fits. Of course, it's going to be perfect. I can almost kind of don't even want to cover that up. Oh. And I typically leave it like this. Like I don't think, I don't typically put this part of the cover on this here. And then we'll see how that looks as far as the fit. Yes, I love it. So let's get one of these pins open here. So as I was saying, these pins look very, very similar. Like on screen, look very, very similar to the pins from not last year, but maybe the year before that. I think I've been getting Hobonichis from the actual website I think this is my 4th year. So I have one of the other ones right here. And as you can see, you can tell the difference up close and personal. But just on the website, they look very, very similar. And so whereas this old one is kind of like a greenish gray color. And you have brown down here. This one is more of a bluish color to me. With more of a kind of like a maroon plum looking color down here. Both cool, cute. I think I actually like this one a little better as far as the coloring. So, and this is what, if you were to put it in, it would look like here. So I typically don't, I actually have been using this year for some reason. But I typically don't like these because the tips are too thin for me. Like I prefer, my preference is the 7.0 or the 1. I do use 5 every now and again as well. But like the really thin tips, like the 3s and stuff, or the 0.28s, not really my jam. So yeah, anyway. So that is that on that. That's my entire One Piece haul. I can't wait to use this stuff and get into it and everything like that. And then, of course, like I said, I will come back soon with a video, do my 3rd quarter wrap up. And towards the end of the year, explain how I'll be using the notebooks and stuff that I have for this year. That I got from my Hobonichi Order this year and whatnot. And everything else. So yeah, that pretty much wraps this up. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust you all have been safe and well. And I will catch you in the next video. Go watch One Piece. It's on Netflix. Bye.